Oh, is this StarCraft o'clock already? This is me and Sparus, purple Protoss, against NGZ and Daddy G. And this is an example of a how to, or rather how not to. So I'll just fast forward it. So that's NGZ. He's sending out an early probe, possibly cannon rush. So he has to build a pylon and a forge back there. So he's scanned out up here. Slow it down so you can see he's built a probe up here. I think the Sparus, he's actually sent a second probe out here, which I'm instantly onto because I've been cannon rushed before and I don't like it. So he might just cancel that one because it's been found. Meanwhile, Sparus finds this probe and kills it. And I get this probe and I'm trying to kill it. Is it going to ninja its way out? I think it might. One more hit will kill it. There we go. So we've taken out 2 of his probes with just our SCV and probes. So we're doing pretty well. The Sparus checks to make sure there's no little proxy pylon there for cannon rush. But he sees that one, he's all over that one, so NGZ can give up in his cannon rush. Especially now that he hasn't built a forge yet. Is he going to build? He's building a gateway now, so cannon rush is ended. But he's sending out another scouty probe. What's Red doing? Red's doing your standard build. Gateway, cybernetics. That's all fine and dandy. But yeah, he's scouting again. He's scouting again. Why is he scouting again? Sparus is going to have a zealot at least out. NGZ comes in and said, I'll build a sneaky one here. Newsflash, it's not sneaky when he saw you come in. He's not a retard. Jesus. But yeah, that pylon's still there, so he probably thinks, oh, this guy can't do it. No. He's saving up for a zealot. He wants his probes to mine. He's not going to waste probes knocking down a pylon that's pointless. Meanwhile, now you're building a forge? It's 4 minutes 20 is too late for a cannon rush. It's a cannon rush, not a cannon fart around and just wait for the opponent to stop me. There goes one pylon. Has he got cannon? Can he build a cannon yet? Forge is ready, so he can build a cannon, and he is building a cannon. He's building it on the overlap there, so that's pretty good, I guess, but Sparus is so all over this, it's ridiculous. In fact, Sparus could have let him build that pylon and then just let him waste his money. That was very persistent and very stupid. Meanwhile, I'm tearing up the night basically here. I don't believe we've scouted them. We've not scouted them, but I think we have an idea where they are. Well, we haven't seen anything of Red, so we don't know what he's up to. But yeah, just so you know, Red's just building up an army. Blue, meanwhile, now builds a zealot, and he's gonna build another gateway because his stupid fucking cannon rush didn't work. That was so silly. Sorry for the profanity. Actually, I should see if I can bleep stuff. But Sparus, being a team leader and an actual player of the game rather than a charlatan like me, decides that now's the time to push in an attack. I don't know how he chose the right one. Like, he's pinging on something he can't even see there. We know that they spawned there and there, but we don't know who was where. So it was either lucky or very smart. I mean, if we had gone in on Red, maybe it wouldn't have gone as well for us. Actually, probably would have. So here's the Sparus pounding on the back door, getting his zealots all in that brown lumps. It sounds bad. Alright, the Sparus plowing his way through the back door, trying to get as many men as he can in through the back door. Anal sex. So back door's open. It's time to stroll on in and have some fun. He asks if I'm ready because I'm just standing in a ramp like a retard. Again, I'm a bad player. I've rallied a Marauder to the middle of nowhere, for example. And in we walk because this guy has built what? 1 cannon and 1 zealot. And so that's GG from NGZ any second because he played like a retard. So we spanked him like a retard. I don't know if they spank retards or... Actually, I don't even know if they call them retards. He was building the Stargate. It's nice. It's nice to build stuff, but usually with a purpose in mind. So that's GG for him. Speaking of G, Daddy G here takes his probes and he's just going to build stuff with them. But Daddy G's got enough to hold off our little quick advance, so we'll see how that goes. I might just skip ahead to it. Okay, Disparus has decided that once a tactic works once, it shall surely work again. So Daddy G rallying units, as many as possible, to the front of his ramp. The front of his ramp, that'd be awesome. Maybe he should have given some thought as to what happened his good mate NGZ. NGZ got taken down via backdoor action. What is he doing regards his backdoor? He's doing nothing. So he knows that they're mopping up there. He knows that it got hit by from behind. So how is he going to react to this? Well, I'll leave it in his view for a while and see what he can see. Disparus saying hit the front. So I move up the front. He can actually see that. So I've drawn his attention away. That wasn't completely pointless, because here comes Disparus. It's going to take out a lot of pylons here. Meanwhile, I managed to sneak some guys in the front here, if I recall correctly. Yep, I sneaked them in the front to do some damage. Disparus doing some good work here, getting some pylons, but should probably take out the probes as he's here. Attack the probes, attack the probes. Stop. Okay, there we go. Oh, lots of probes. This was definitely a worthwhile attack, and a good one, but Daddy G again has built up enough forces to ward it off. Disparus doing the smart thing and backing out. I'll go take one view again. But yeah, that was really smart by Disparus. I didn't do great there. I lost my forces. That I was basically a distraction there. I don't know if Disparus was actually using me as a distraction. I'd like to think he wasn't. I'd like to think that I willingly went to my death, but so he supply blocked there for a while. If we macroed up, we could have smashed the crap out of him. So I've got my siege tanks up, so I'm turtling hardcore. What am I building? What am I building? Starport. Maybe invisible banshees. So he's leaving these guys here at the back door. Now he's learned his lesson. Although he should probably still put something down at the front door, so yeah, because they can come in your front door too. That's why we have more than one door. Ease of accessibility. He changed his mind there. He was gonna go attack, then he came back. Maybe he sensed this force moving out. Lots of stalkers. So he's got a good scan there by me. I can see that he was moving them out to the front. So now Disparus knows that he's still in his base. So what will Disparus do? Well, here's what Disparus does. He will build a few pylons. Get a little army out here. I say a little army. To me, that's a big army. That's an army I would use to take somebody on. NGZ. There's not actually NGZ. Daddy G is controlling him, using him as a mining area, because you can see his minerals are at 0, whereas these guys are going up faster than they should off one base. So I'm gonna guess that Disparus is going to base Immortals to deal with Stalkers. I mean, he's going to mass Immortals to deal with Stalkers probably. That'd be my guess based on his build here. I mean, I don't know where I got that idea. And as for me, I assume I'm going to go Invisible Banshee. Ah, there we go. Yeah. See, I just have it. Sometimes I get these clear insights, you know. Let's see, 4 robotics, that should be enough to mass Immortals. And red's moving out. Are we ready for it? Purple is not ready for it. Blue is ready for it. Surprisingly, I am more capable than Disparus on this one, and that'll probably be enough to keep him away. I mean, he's obviously run them up without thinking, and now he's just got a few units badly siege tanked. So, losing a few there. We'll check the units lost tab. NGZ still ahead on the units lost. How is he ahead on units lost? Barely had any units to begin with. Well, Red catching up nicely with him. I'd like to see how many units of damage I did. 3 kills for him, none for him, 1 for him. The siege tanks are so effective. So he cancels his push and instead just decides to hang out. He should probably get... What would I do? He doesn't have a robotics, so maybe not. I would consider getting a robotics, getting an observer, because I don't seem to have turrets, but he can't really know that. Getting an observer, getting some sight maybe down here, and then getting Templar Archives, and getting Blink Stalkers basically, to put it short. Blink Stalkers and an observer so you can see up cliffs. And you could blink up here right amongst the siege tanks and go pew 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 pew. Ah, no, pew pew pew. Meanwhile, in the real world, Disparus has got his immortals going. He needs more money probably. He's just gonna mass up those immortals, so it's gonna be apocalypse end of the world stuff here soon for Daddy G, who still has a formidable army if he takes one of us on at a time. In fact, if he was psychic, he could go straight up the middle and go for purple base, because the Disparus home base is relatively weak. But I'm going to point out that part of the reason it's weak is because it's nearly mined out. Also, expansions there, I guess. Also, his expansion's not far away from me, so I can come in and back him up. Assuming I'm not a retard who never never listens to anyone asking for help. You can assume, of course, that I'm a retard who never listens, because that's pretty much what I am. So Disparus gonna move in. Ooh, missing red army. Decides, well, if red army's gonna run away from me, then I don't care. Meanwhile, all my siege tanks. I got a Viking for sight, so I could blow up one gateway. Another Viking for sight, so I can blow up more. And so he's losing quite a few to my siege tanks, but meanwhile, Disparus has basically made this a GG. There's no way in hell he's coming back from this. He's still massing his units there. I put down a scan to try and hit some of my siege tanks. So he's still got his army, but there's jack all he can do with it, especially now that we have rolled his main base. That's right, I said we. I'm not afraid of taking credit here. Sure, Disparus did all the work. Sure, it's his units that are doing all the damage here. But look, Red only tried to get me, and he failed because I'm so awesome. And there he leaves the game without a GG. I guess he knew he was outplayed, outgunned, and that was an easy win, really. Partly, I say partly, it was almost entirely due to NGZ being a retard and thinking, oh, what solves everything? Cannon rush. How not to do a cannon rush. That's the lesson here for today. Only one lesson.